Well, it was like I said, I was going to steal from my parents, and I arrived at their house. They'd actually had a Bible study that night, and many people that know me since I was very young had been there, and they were probably really the only. And it was funny, the only people that still believed in me at that point or had hope for me was my parents, and that's who I was
Now there was
going.
a point they wouldn't let you even in the house to stay there, right, for a while.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me be there, but then they would try to let me. They would still let me come, and this night I was really coming. Had some scam to go in and steal the money from them and then leave and go get more drugs. But when I arrived on their doorstep, something different happened. And Jesus, I had an encounter. It was like a flash of light that Jesus was there. And he, at that moment, I think I realized that this thing that which we profess to believe of the mercy and the grace that goes beyond our desire or even our understood need, that I experienced that in such that moment that, and the Lord said, son, you don't have to do this anymore. And I remember telling him, I said, Lord, I just want to go to sleep. And
you knew that was the voice of the Lord that moment.
It was visible, it was tangible.
How was it visible?
It was just his presence, it was him. And for me, and I know this may be hard for people to understand, but for me that's a very normal
No, I get it.
encounter now with the Lord, and it but at that moment it was just his directly intervening when I wasn't, I was intending to get more money, to get more drugs, and I wasn't in the moment like, hey Lord, please help me. I was in the moment like I'm going to get more money, because I was really mad because I ran out, because there was also the drugs had stopped working when they were still working for everybody else, and that was part of the Lord's intervention in my life. Is literally we were doing the same drugs for several days, and I was continuing to try to get high, and everybody else was getting high, but I wasn't getting high.
That's frustrating as a druggie, Yeah. It's actually hilarious, to be honest. It's so funny. So you're in that moment, God gets finally a hold of you that it's like a wake-up call. I call it often the 2x4 moments.
Yeah.
And you wake up, you've lost everything, and here you are at the point of saying left or right.
Yeah, and I just told him I just wanted to go to sleep, and I think at that moment, that night, the Holy Spirit, in the presence of Jesus being there, my parents realized there was something different happening, because they actually let me sleep there that night. And I just went in and I went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning and it was done. And the Lord said, you're done.